can't listen to Stephen A. Smith anymore because I feel like he doesn't devote as much time to his journalistic skills that he uses for sports. He doesn't use them for politics. And so it's just very frustrating, and I just can't deal with it. So I don't listen to him in any facet unless I'm listening to Sirius XM and his advertisement for his new politics show comes up, which is also going to be very interesting. Certain people during times of intense strife and struggle are not going to be around to help fight for liberation. And Stephen A. Smith said in his video that I watched from the Stephen A. Smith show today, he said, make sure y'all listen closely and don't get my words twisted. So I took notes. The long and short of it was that he is basically saying, y'all gotta be careful. Y'all gotta watch what you're doing. You gotta watch your moves. You gotta navigate what's going on so you can survive. Not about you gotta fight what's going on. This man is sitting in his chair, ESPN and all of these places, all of the things that he does, he's doing because people fought and bled and died for him to be able to sit in those chairs. They protested, they marched, they did all of this stuff. But if he was around during those times, based on what he said in this video, go watch it yourself, it would have been like, yo, y'all gotta be careful, y'all gotta see what's coming, and you gotta learn to maneuver around it. And he's saying that's what Jimmy Kimmel should have done. Now, to be clear with Jimmy Kimmel, last week when the shooting happened, Jimmy Kimmel condemned it 100%, said don't celebrate it, all of that. You didn't talk about that, did you? And then he said Jimmy Kimmel finds himself in this situation. He didn't find himself in this situation. He made a joke about Trump, which had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. It's him getting fired because the FCC put pressure on ABC. One of the things that Stephen A. Smith did, surprisingly, is he tried to both sides this. How do you, with all the intelligence that you have and what you're doing, you can't be mindful enough to realize that what's happening now is not the same thing as what happened with like Me Too and Black Lives Matter. I'm actually writing about this in my book right now on trigger words. He said Kimmel made a joke about the president. Do you think when you're Fox, or ABC or NBC, whoever, that you can mock the commissioner? No, you cannot. The hell? Kimmel didn't mock the commissioner. He didn't mock Brendan, Carr, which he still has the right to do. He didn't mock anybody at ABC. He didn't even mock Charlie Kirk. He mocked the president. And in this country, you have the right to be able to do that, or at least you used to. People were trying to stop that. And if you knew anything about dictatorship, Stephen A. Smith, you would know that one of the first groups they come from, whether we're talking about Russia, Orban, so on and so forth, are the comedians. Putin had a puppet show taken off for viewership because he didn't like the way he was portrayed in as a puppet. Maybe you do know this, Stephen A. Smith, but it don't sound like it. It don't sound like it.